What the hell's going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle in order to decide, is this the worst error, glitch, problem that Global has ever had?
I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my hunger.
Of course, we are here with the homie Nolar. You know, I actually call you the homie more than I call Goresh the homie.
Appreciate that.
I don't know, man. I feel like you're homier than Goresh. You guys might have to fight for the title. I don't know.
Well, one day we'll fight for the title.
Oh yeah, that would actually be really fun to watch. Though you're on two different versions, so it's kind of hard. Oh, Saiyan Day. Wait a second.
Yeah. That's a competition we could be having. Yeah,
Indeed.
if you want to see that, let us know in the comments, and we'll try to arrange that.
the homie off. So this is very interesting because people are just. It's really funny, dude. Like, to me, this is really funny because, like, people are so used to Global having prolonged maintenances, and that's always understandable because they have to align so many different localizations and Apple stores and Play stores in different countries. And I honestly don't even know how many countries Dokkan Battle is in. I would say over 50, probably. And that
sounds about right.
Yeah, and that's all under the global umbrella or the international version umbrella. So having a long maintenance is fine. It sucks, but it's understandable. The game coming back online and support items literally crashing your game and them disabling about 60% of the game. That is not really understandable. So I have to ask, have you ever seen an issue of this magnitude?
Yeah, I've seen in other gacha games, yes. In Dokkan, I can't think of anything where this was such a big issue and they just left it there. Like,
so weird.
Yeah, I mean, I know we were going to get into it, but this is the weirdest part to me is that, hey, we have literally game-breaking bugs, and we just have to remove some stuff, but, hey, enjoy Dokkan Battle. Like, that just doesn't compute, because with other gacha games, I can't remember the couple of them off the top of my head, but, like, something similar to this where you load up and you just crash, right?
Yeah.
They would absolutely take down the game, put it in maintenance for 24, 48 hours, whatever the case may be, and fix it. Because if people can't play your game, they can't be spending money.
Exactly.
That's a problem, right? So, yeah, the fact that they're just like, yo, literally, don't even use support items, guys. You can still play the game. Oh, but you don't have half the events or 75% of the events, so have fun with the game. Like, it's just I've never seen the response to this kind of issue be the way that it is right now. So
it's the notice is here, and it's like other people have talked about this, but I think that the what I was setting up earlier is that we're so used to having like long maintenance and prolonged maintenances on global, and like just the New Year's glitch that happened with the exclusion of LRUI Goku and whatnot. So we're so used to having bugs and stuff on global that we kind of just see this and we're just like, what can you do? It's global. But if this happened on Japan, they would be blowing their lids, because let's just go over the announcement in the news. An issue was found where the app may crash. That's BS. It 100% crashes upon the use of support item in any stage, either on the map or during battle. Affected areas, quest. Not like quest 20, area 19. Just every quest that you can possibly Story, growth, and challenge tab in event. Not specific story or specific growth or specific challenge. All of them. And then portal of memories. Every portal of memory. Like, it's like, wait, so the game, literally the game is affected by this problem. And it says the issue will be fixed as soon as possible. And here's our momentary fix. Please do not use support items.
Which, okay, like, to them, it sounds like the most reasonable thing. But you guys are supposed to have a world tournament in like 2 days, right? So how many people would have enjoyed playing the damn World Tournament without any items whatsoever?
That
Like,
oh man, and the timeline's thrown off now because they had to delay it. Obviously,
right?
like,
Yep.
dude, this is actually insane. And what's funny is that obviously they caught it during maintenance itself, right? They were like, "Oh
Yep.
crap, this is a problem," so they put it back into maintenance. And then they brought it out, and we're like, we couldn't fix it in time. Like, so here you go. Enjoy the game.
Yeah. So, okay, a couple things I wanted to mention here. Right. There's the stupidest part about this is they have the code from the JP version that doesn't have any issues.
Right.
All they had to do was copy and paste. But it's Akatsuki. They know how to screw up the simplest things possible. Like, how do you make that mistake when you have the literal code from the other team to work with? So that, like, the whole premise of this issue shouldn't even exist in the first place, right? That's just, to me, just makes no sense. But then on top of that, because now the timeline's like just been stretched out, postponed, I would have been like, okay, let's be honest. How many people actually enjoy the World Tournament grind? Not many people,
yeah,
right?
Not many.
Very, very few literally enjoy it. They do it because the rewards are so good, right? Yeah. What I would have proposed was like, you know what? We'll give everyone the 30 million point prizes all the way up there. Everybody's going to get it. So even if you don't touch the World Tournament ever because you hate it, don't enjoy it, whatever the case may be, everyone's going to get at least a copy of the SSR and then some stuff. Because them, by postponing all this stuff, it really screws with the timeline that they have down the line. Maybe you guys don't get that global first in like March or whatever, or May or whatever the case may be because of this now, right? So you really don't know what the effect this has on the rest of it. Like the best analogy I can give you was Legends, Dragon Ball Legends about November not last year, but 2 years ago. They had an issue where you just you couldn't log in or something like that, where they had a big problem. It literally pushed back the release schedule to a point where they like doubled up on banners like 3 months down the line. So you literally not being able to play the game because of an item issue, like, I think that has long-term ramifications that we're not going to even see until 3-6 a year down the line, right? So yeah, I would have just said, guys, here's all the prizes, and then here's like a bunch of extra tickets and some dragon stones. Sorry you can't get your like rainbow whatever and extra potential orbs, but like, forgive us for making a stupid error that shouldn't even begin in the first place because we have the code from JP. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's very bad, at least in terms of the release schedule. Now we're gonna get into like, what does this mean for their player base, like current player base?
Exactly.
Right? So,
and particularly players that are not as high rank. Like I'm ranked 657. I've been playing this game since a little after the first year anniversary. You're OG. You've been around since, was it launch or a little bit after launch?
Like 6 months in.
There you go.
7 months in. Yeah.
6 months in. So we've been around. We've been there. We've done that, right? All events cleared. Yada yada yada. For us, unless if we just want to go test out a team in ESBR, there's really no need for support items. Like, even doing like Infinite Dragon Ball History and Legendary Goku event, very rarely would we actually, unless if we're bringing in a specific unit to test it out and we're bringing support for that character. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, all right, let me bring in Physical Kid Buu because I want to see big numbers, but the dude's going to get normal attack for 80k. I'm going to have to pop a Whis or whatever the case is. Right. But that's far and few between. For normal players or players that are under rank 300, let's just say, if they wanted to do Legendary Goku event, let's just say that they haven't beat Legendary Goku event, or they haven't beat the last 3 stages of Infinite Dragon Ball History, you literally cannot do it right now. It is not even available in portable memories. Let's just say you haven't beaten half of Boss Rush. It's not available. You can't do it. They just got rid of it. So it's like, there's a ton of events that even if you were ready to, and you had the support items, you can't use those support items to beat the event. And on top of that, a lot of these events aren't even available. And
Yeah.
the irony is that even though the world tournament is delayed, the BOMA event to get support items is indeed here. Genius BOMA's Battle Prep. That's like the ultimate cherry on top. It's like, hey, we delayed the world tournament and using a support item will crash your game, but we got to wait for you to grind those support items to save them. So it's just caused like such a huge problem for and I don't want to say normal players, but like
casual players,
which is players or newer
80
players.
to 90% of the game, right?
100%. So
this is a casual game, right? And there's only a small segment of us that are hardcore players that make content, like the Twitter subreddit, Facebook groups. We're a very small portion compared to the worldwide casual player base, right? So
yeah, and I think like we don't see this as a huge issue for us. It's not like a problem that's going to affect us directly, but there's a lot of players that are looking to beat a particular event for the first time. Maybe they've been struggling on a particular Dokkan event and they've finally gotten some units and they want to challenge it, but they know they're going to need that Sensu Bean or that, Android 8 or whatever it is. And you can't do it. And there is no fix in sight. They're not giving us a timetable. They're not saying, hey, this is going to be done in 24 hours, 48 hours. I mean, it's been what, 24 hours already at least, right?
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
At this point, what's funny? It just occurred to me. I always talk to you about global screw ups.
This is true. You do.
It's like, I don't know what this is. It's like you're the therapist that I'm talking to you about an abusive relationship.
The traumatic memory.
Yeah. This is unbelievable.
So there's a couple points I wanted to make. So the fact that you can't take it items in a crash, again, for us veterans, the people that have built accounts, that's not that big of a deal. And we don't miss boss rush. We don't do that. But yeah, if you're a newer player or a casual player and you want to get stuff done, and in this game in particular, there's a ton of stuff to do. I think on the JP version, they're revamping the version Z. They're going to revamp a bunch of stuff to make it streamlined so that the new player that comes in and plays this game now has like, missions, achievements, kind of like someone holding their hand to figure this stuff out, right? But like in right now, you're just, there's a ton of stuff to do. I got to awaken this item, got to EZA this. Do I even have the team for that? Okay, let me grind a little bit of this. So close to the next rank to give me some extra stones. Like there's a lot of stuff to do. And the fact that you can't even do all of it, that's a problem because they're not playing your game. And the goal for any gacha developer is to make them stay in your app as long as possible. If the game literally crashes and half the events aren't even there, they're not going to play your game, which means there's opportunities to play other gacha games which actually work or something else to buy their time when they're not in your app, right? So I see this as like actually really bad for global because you might see a significant drop off in player base in the next like week because people can't really play the game until they fix it, which is baffles me why they didn't bother to extend the maintenance or give you a timeline to say we're absolutely going to fix this. Because if I can't spend my 5 hours, if I was like a hardcore player, new player, to play your game, well then I'm going to go find another gacha game that's going to fill that itch. And today's gacha market is way different than 6 years ago when Dokkan Battle was around, right?
Yeah,
so
way more saturated,
better features, more bang for your buck, whatever you want to call it. That's the downside. Now, other point I wanted to make just before I, get off my get off the pedestal here on my rant.
That's why I brought you.
The majority of developers, this is what really pisses me off. When you have something that benefits the player base, like a game-breaking bug for the player base or an exploit or whatever the case may be, they will stop at nothing to just shut it down and get rid of it. Like they will do it immediately. But if there's a game-breaking bug that benefits the developers or it harms the player base, they drag their butts. They just kind of take their time. And unfortunately, I've seen this a lot of different gacha games, and that's why some companies have the reputation that they have, some devs and some publishers, because they refuse to acknowledge the issues and treat their player base, appropriately. And right now, this is a bad look on Akatsuki and Bandai, personally, because if they can't even bother to fix the game so you could play it, why should I spend my money in their game?
Agreed.
Right.
And it's insane that this is happening right before Saiyan Day, right before a hype Dokkan Now, right before a dual celebration global in Japan. Once again, I mean, the last time we had a dual celebration was what, the worldwide celebration. So
yeah, there's always two joint celebrations. And to hammer on the other point I was making, where newer players, well, when you have big celebrations, they get featured in the Google Play Store or the iOS App Store. Well, if they, hey, I'm gonna go download this Dokkan Battle game. I've never tried it before. I love Dragon Ball. Let's check it out. Hey, I can't play the game. Oh, this sucks. Let me just delete it.
Yeah, it's bugged. What the hell? I thought this was an official
professional
game. This is garbage.
Yeah, so I don't know. It really makes no sense why they didn't fix this, because unless they have it done by the time this comes out, if Saiyan Day is getting closer and closer and that Dokkan Now is gonna come out, this is gonna look real bad.
Yeah. Agreed. And even if it is fixed, we're recording this like midnight Eastern on, what the hell is today? The 11th. Yeah. So
yeah.
It's been a while. It's been 24 hours since the update has come out, and they still haven't fixed it. And it's got to be related to like support memories, but it's just confusing because Japan had no problems with support.
Yeah,
memories.
exactly.
It went so smooth. It was shockingly smooth, but I don't know. Leave it to global to screw it up. Hey, listen, Nolar, I appreciate you coming. That was a lot of info that we gave you guys, but I just wanted to re-emphasize how big of an issue it is, because a lot of times people don't think of the entire player base, right? They just think of them and their friends, or just the content creators that they watch. And they don't really take into account other point of views. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like, why would you, right? But this is an issue that's affecting a lot of people. And I'm sure some people are going to come into the comments below and say like, hey, you know what? I'm actually one of those people that are brand new to the game, or I don't play this game as much. And yeah, those support items help. And the fact that I can't use them really sucks. So once again, thank you. Any last words in this video?
No, not much, guys. Hopefully, global problems no longer just stay global problems, and this will get resolved soon. But, best of luck with all that stuff. And if you're summoning on any other gacha or anything like that, best luck on those things too. So thanks a lot for having me on the channel, dude.
A big thing is, if you're checking out any other gachas, including Dokkan Battle, make sure you head over to 5-9 Gaming over on YouTube and on Twitch. The boys are streaming like 24 hours a day. Doesn't matter what the game is.
Much.
If you want to watch people game, you will get your itch scratched by heading over there. So definitely check that out. And if you want to get your itch scratched over here, listen, it's not going to get sexual, for God's sakes. It's not the right channel. But if you want your gaming itch scratched, then all you got to do is gently rub that sub button, gingerly ring that bell button, lovingly kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodic and Nolar. See y'all in the next video.